For a few moments, there was a shared understanding between the two men, an unspoken bond. Trump wasn't just a businessman or a celebrity in that moment. He was a man who had made a difference. And Robert, who had once been a forgotten face on the streets, was now someone who had a future. The crowd erupted into applause, but it wasn't just applause for Trump or Robert, it was applause for the transformation they had witnessed. In that moment, Robert's life had come full circle. He was no longer just a man who had been saved, he was an inspiration to everyone in the room, proving that no matter how far you've fallen, it's never too late to rise again. And as Robert stood there, on that stage, with Trump by his side, he knew that the story wasn't over. It was just the beginning. As the applause for Robert and Trump finally died down, the crowd remained in stunned silence, each person reflecting on the unexpected revelation that had just unfolded. It wasn't just a story about a man who had been given a second chance, it was a reminder that real change comes not from grand gestures, but from the quiet, often unseen acts of kindness and the belief in the potential of others. What many didn't realize that night was that Robert's transformation wasn't just about him, it was a testament to the power we all have to impact someone else's life. In a world where negativity often drowns out the good, where the media focuses on division, it's easy to forget that even the most unlikely individuals can spark change. And sometimes, all it takes is one person, one moment, to remind us that kindness and opportunity can break the chains of despair. For Robert, that night was the culmination of a journey he never thought he would take. But for the audience in that room and for anyone who had followed his story, it was a call to action. It was a wake-up call to recognize the power we each hold in our own lives to help those who need it most. And more importantly, to remember that no one is too far gone to deserve a second chance. In the days that followed, Robert continued his journey of recovery and reinvention, but something shifted in him. It wasn't just the chance he had been given, it was the responsibility he felt to pass it on. He became involved in the very programs that had helped him, speaking out to encourage others who found themselves in similar circumstances. And as he did, he realized that he wasn't just helping others find a way out of their struggles, he was living proof that change is possible. That anyone, no matter their past, can rise again if given the tools and support they need. This story, however unexpected, was a powerful reminder that we all have the capacity for good. Trump's unexpected gesture didn't just help one person, it created a ripple effect that inspired countless others to take action in their own communities. It showed that no matter how large or small, every act of kindness matters. Every opportunity offered is a potential turning point for someone in need. The key takeaway from this story is simple. If we want to see a better world, we have to start by looking at others with empathy, compassion, and the belief that they can change. It's too easy to dismiss people based on their past, their circumstances, or their mistakes. But if we are truly committed to creating a world of possibility, we must first recognize the power of second chances, of seeing the best in others even when they don't see it in themselves. So, let this story serve as a reminder. It's never too late to change someone's life. It's never too late to believe in someone's potential. And it's never too late to make a difference, no matter who you are. Whether you're a billionaire businessman, a homeless man, or just an ordinary person trying to do your part, we all have the power to make the world a better place, one act of kindness at a time. The next time you see someone in need, someone struggling, don't turn away. Don't assume they're beyond help. You never know, your act of kindness might be the one thing that sparks a life-changing transformation. Because, as Robert's story shows, all it takes is a single moment of belief in another person to change everything. The results? Well, they might just surprise you too. Zendaya paused for a moment. She looked directly into the camera, as if speaking to every single person watching at home. Zendaya, here's the thing, Mike. You're right. People want to see the real me. And I've been told that I'm too perfect, too polished, but the reality is, I'm allowed to be whoever I choose to be. If you want to know the real me, stop trying to pigeonhole me into the version of me you want to see. The real me is someone who's constantly learning, evolving, and making mistakes. But I'm not going to apologize for standing up for what I believe in. I won't apologize for using my platform to try and make the world a better place. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. The audience was dead silent. Even Mike seemed momentarily speechless. Zendaya had hit him with the kind of unapologetic confidence that could only come from someone who had truly mastered their public persona and their inner strength. Mike's next question was meant to throw her off balance. He leaned in, his voice dropping. Mike, but what if people think you're doing it all for the fame? What if people believe it's just a ploy to stay relevant? Zendaya stood up slowly, her posture tall and unwavering. Her eyes were steady, and when she spoke, her voice was calm but powerful. Zendaya, Mike, let me make one thing clear. If people want to believe that I'm only here for the fame, that's their choice. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to change the narrative, to have real conversations, and to be a part of a world that can do better. So if that makes me a fake or a sellout in some people's eyes, then fine. But I know who I am, and I know what I stand for. And I'm not going to let anyone, not even you, make me question that. She turned, as if to leave, but then paused. The entire studio was on edge. Zendaya, but here's the real question. Why is it so hard for people to believe that someone, especially someone in my position, could actually want to do good? Why does it have to be an act? Maybe it's time for you to take a closer look at the real you, Mike. With that, Zendaya walked off the stage, leaving Mike and the audience stunned in her wake. The camera stayed focused on his stunned expression for several long seconds before cutting to a commercial. The fallout from that interview was immediate and intense. Social media exploded with reactions, some supporting Zendaya for her boldness, others accusing her of being too defensive. But what remained undeniable was the impact she made. She showed the world that no matter the criticism or the provocation, she was unshakable. The moment wasn't just about her defending her actions, it was about reclaiming the narrative. Zendaya wasn't just another celebrity looking for approval. She was a force, a young woman who had grown tired of being silenced and stereotyped. She proved that staying true to yourself, even under fire, was the most powerful thing a person could do. And as for Mike Roberts, well, he never quite expected that his attempt to provoke would backfire so spectacularly. But in the end, it was Zendaya who walked away with the last word, leaving her fans and even some of her critics rethinking what it meant to be truly authentic in a world that thrives on controversy. Zendaya had made her point loud and clear. You can't fake passion, and you can't fake authenticity.